News 18. Weather from where you live.
Dry for the viewing area this evening, but just northwest of Newton County, we had this intense severe thunderstorm go up. Think of it as like when you hold an inflated beach ball in pool water, and then all of a sudden you take your hands off that beach ball. What happens? The ball just shoots out of the water, and when you're capped like this and you have a little trigger and the winds converge together and a storm goes up, it goes up like a beach ball coming out of the water. And that storm went way up and dumped a lot of golf ball hail up here. And then notice what happens. Completely collapsed, just like that. So did that storm right there. It goes way up and then it completely collapsed. And that one was up to about 45,000 feet when it went through that area. You see it jump way up all of a sudden. That was very close to the Chicago area, that one in particular. But for us, all is clear tonight. That storm is long gone right now. Getting into the weekend, can't completely rule out an isolated storm or two. Otherwise, we stay dry. But any storm that pops is just going to do that. It'll just boom, pops, and then it completely collapses. Upper 60s to low 70s will do it for lows tonight, followed by a high tomorrow. Back up to 91 degrees, heat indices, upper 90s, nothing more than an isolated storm or two. With all that sunshine around, upper 80s to low 90s will do it. Viewing area wide with heat indices in the 90s to right around 100 degrees. Sunday, kind of the same song and dance. Low 90s, 92 the high, heat index near 100. An isolated storm or two possible with the southwest wind. There are the highs near 90 to the low 90s area wide at heat indices in the 90s to lower 100s. Viewing area wide as well. So it is the heat, but also the risk of an isolated, just boom, sudden pop of a storm afternoon and evening tomorrow and Sunday that puts us in the caution to mow. Here's 18 precision cast, and what will be the real trigger for an isolated storm, even though we're going to be really capped. It's a lid. It's a dry, warm lid on us that inhibits storm development, but we may trigger an isolated storm or two because you get all these big storm complexes way north of us, but what happens is they storm and they rain a lot, and their rain-cooled air boundary will surge southward. So right along that boundary, this is tomorrow. Notice an isolated storm or two possible. And then another big complex, see this right here in Wisconsin, that dives southward, this bow of severe storms, but then it collapses. But in its wake is a little outflow boundary. And with that, an isolated storm or two Sunday. Notice Monday, there's another big complex of storms, completely collapses. But right here, see this? Right there's the outflow boundary. Can't rule out a random isolated storm on Monday, given the heat we've got with 93. Tuesday's 92. But more widespread scattered storms around Wednesday, Thursday, unfortunately, and even into Friday as a very weak cold front tries to slide in. But the hot and humid weather are going to stick around for a while. We probably won't see a pattern change until we get closer to mid-July, and then a nice cool down.
Well, cool down.